But first, let's start things off on the volleyball court. It was just last week when the Allentown Central Catholic girls volleyball team suffered its first loss of the season to Bethlehem Catholic. Since then, it's been back-to-back victories, most recently a 3-set sweep over Nazareth. And now the Vikettes prepare for another big test against Emmaus, a team that also holds just one loss to those very same Golden Hawks. Gwen Begley was at Emmaus last night and has more on this EPC clash.
Central's Emerson Springs slammed down 20 kills in the Vikettes' most recent outing against Nazareth, now hoping to check another EPC foe off its list last night on the road against Emmaus. The Green Hornets entering into battle with the Vikettes. After a 13-all tie, the visitors would stay 1 or 2 steps ahead. Springs and Riley Landis with a block up front before Landis earns a kill off Springs' serve. Central wins the first 25-22. The Hornets respond resoundingly in the second with a back row attack from Amanda Rivera. Sophomore Fiona Ann Sweeney also contributing from the outside to even this matchup at 1 set apiece after winning it 25-15. Springs would find more consistency in her swing in the third, attacking from the outside and the middle to lead 16-12. She'd help lift her team into the 20s and get to set point before Emmaus would fight back. Claudia Walls was a wall against Springs for a momentum-swinging block not once, but twice. The Hornets tie it 4 times before winning the set off the serve, 29-27. The two would follow the same formula here in the fourth, and Sweeney slamming down a rocket for one of her 10 kills, getting quite the snap in her swing, but it was teammate Rivera leading the way with 13 for the Hornets. Central once again able to get ahead thanks to Springs, leading it 23-20, but here comes Emmaus. They put forth that same effort, breaking away from a 26 tie. First, it was Ann Sweeney down the line before Rosie Landino calls game with this kill. 28-26, the final. Emmaus wins the match 3-1. Keying in on Central's top hitters like Emerson Springs proved to be the recipe for success for the Green Hornets, who used communication, trust, and discipline to defeat their rivals for the first time since 2022.
Our blocking. We have Claudia Walls at the right side, and she's just won EPCs for high jump. And so her massive block allowed our defense to set up around it, which is super important because otherwise we're not going to be able to dig Emerson.
We have been getting so much better at reading. That's just based off of practices and getting to know each other on the court, like who's going to get what, who's going to be there for the tip, whose responsibility is what. And I think communication overall was what made us come out on top because we trust each other. We've been communicating more, and we've always had the team that has been good together. I can trust the person next to me.
At Emmaus High School, I'm Gwen Begley for SEN.
Thanks, Gwen. Huge win for the Green Hornets, who hand Central just its second loss of the season. Behind Rivera and Ann Sweeney in hitting was Rosie Landino, who'd finished with 8 total kills. Of course, not possible without setter Alyssa Hefner, who contributed 35 assists and 14 digs in the team's 11th victory of the season. Quick turnaround for the Green Hornets now as they face its biggest rival in Parkland tonight, a match you can see live right here on the Service Electric Network. Now that match coming your way live tonight at 6:30 on Channel 2, while we also have girls soccer action live this evening as well, as Saucon Valley goes on the road to face Southern Lehigh. Now that one you'll be able to see on SEN at 5:30. That time moved up from a 6:30 start. But before all that though, let's turn our attention to the pitch with a good one last night.